our local coverage tonight, Rhode Island's Commerce Corporation has a new person in charge of its marketing arm. She's stepping in the wake of the cooler and warmer debacle to try and reset the state's tourism efforts. Eyewitness News reporter Kim Kalunian spoke to her today. She's live in the newsroom with the interview.
The Warwick native replacing the state's top marketing official was one of roughly 25 people who applied for the job. Today she tells us she loves Rhode Island and chose to return here to raise her kids. A native of Warwick and a URI graduate, Lara Salamano has been living in East Greenwich for the past 4 years while continuing to work for Pop Media in New York City. On July 11th, she'll take over the title of Chief Marketing Officer and the $135,000 salary that comes with it. Commerce Secretary Stephen Pryor says it was a priority to find a Rhode Islander to fill the role.
She brings a passion to the work. She describes Rhode Island as a Rhode Islander does.
I think it's unique. I think we offer everything. I mean, granted, our summers are beautiful, Newport beaches, it's amazing, but we're also becoming so contemporary. Our restaurants are incredible.
When it came to replacing former Chief Marketing Officer Betsy Wall, Governor Gina Raimondo says there was no time to waste.
We have a job to do.
Wall stepped down in April after the botched rollout of the state's cooler and warmer tourism campaign, which drew heightened criticism of the fact that Wall lived in Massachusetts and had never heard of Gatsby Days. Raimondo says those problems won't arise with Salamano.
She said one of her favorite things to do in the world is to go to the Gatsby Day parade.
Salamano admits she has little experience with tourism, but says her 20 years in marketing will benefit the state.
Her dream job is to use her experience to market Rhode Island, to create jobs in Rhode Island.
And coming up new at 6, we'll tell you what Salamano said when asked about that cooler and warmer slogan. Reporting live in the newsroom, Kim Kalunian, Eyewitness News.
We're working new fallout tonight from the now infamous tourism campaign debacle. Now, earlier this year, the uproar over Rhode Island's now defunct cooler and warmer slogan cost the Commerce Corporation's marketing director her job. Now, that position's being filled by a native Rhode Islander. Eyewitness News reporter Kim Kalunian joins us now with the new details that at New at 6.
That's right. The new chief marketing officer grew up here and says she chose to leave a career in New York to come back to Rhode Island to raise her kids. A Warwick native and graduate of URI, Lara Salamano will become the state's new chief marketing officer on July 11th. She's been living in East Greenwich for the past 4 years, continuing to work for Pop Media in New York City. Commerce Secretary Stephen Pryor says it was a priority to find a Rhode Islander to fill the role.
She describes Rhode Island as a Rhode Islander does.
And granted, our summers are beautiful, Newport beaches, it's amazing, but we're also becoming so contemporary. Our restaurants are incredible.
Salamano replaces Betsy Wall, who resigned following the botched rollout of the state's tourism campaign featuring the cooler and warmer slogan and this shot of Iceland in the state's tourism video.
That was a screw up, and that needs to be fixed.
At the time, Wall came under fire for living in Massachusetts and not knowing what Gatsby Days are.
When you ask what the Gatsby Days is, she actually knows that.
As for what Salamano thinks of cooler and warmer,
It's hard to speak to what was done in the past. I'm really just thinking about, what I will do in the future.
and we're told that Salamano was one of roughly 25 people who applied for this job. She'll earn a salary of $135,000 a year. Kim Kalunian, Eyewitness News.